Hey everyone, it's Paige and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't done a sit down video in a minute and that'd be fun just to chit chat with you guys. I've been doing course vlogs, golf instruction, and you guys have been loving those videos, which makes me so happy. So thank you so much for always supporting and watching. But again, yeah, I just wanted to talk about something because I've been talking about it a lot on my other social media platforms. So if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, this might not come as a surprise, but I have recently been, I would say, so I'm used to getting trolled and harassed and getting a lot of hate. It's been a constant theme of my career since I started doing this. But recently I have been getting body shamed and my appearance has been highly critiqued lately. And so I just wanted to sit down and answer a couple questions that I've been getting a ton through DMs and just people asking me comments. And I thought it'd be just a good discussion that we can have together. So let's get into it. So I was in Milwaukee recently. I threw out the first pitch at a Brewers game, which was terrifying to say the least. I was literally waking up in cold sweats being like, don't 50 cent it, don't 50 cent it. I was like YouTubing the worst pitches, first pitches of all time. It was horrible. I've never been so nervous to do something in my entire life because I've never actually like thrown a baseball before. And so I ended up doing okay. And I was so worried that I was going to do something so embarrassing and horrible and that people were going to make fun of me about it. And that was my biggest fear behind not wanting to do a first pitch for the longest time. I have been asked over and over and over again, and I've always said no because I was so scared that people were going to make fun of me. And that's a people pleaser in me, and that is something that I'm working on. And you can't let people hold you back from doing things that you want to do. And I'm slowly learning that through extensive therapy. But I ended up doing the first pitch and I got it there. It was fine. It was a little high, but better than expected. And I was so excited, just like check my phone and be like, okay, good. Like we're in the clear. We made it. Well, that's not actually the case of what happened. So I ended up getting extremely body shamed, and not just body, but my appearance too, like my face and everything. And this was coming after I recently posted a swing video from behind, and you could see a bit of cellulite, which is totally natural and normal. But on social media, sometimes it's not, because there's this expectation to look a certain way and you feel a pressure to be quote unquote perfect. And I didn't use a smoothing filter, nothing. I just kind of let my body be as it is. And there were so many comments about people saying that I look chunky, that I've gained weight, that I'm letting myself go, I'm getting older, and this is what happens. And it was more than I have ever received in the past. I am not, again, new to getting shamed or criticized, and to be fair, that's just a part of my job and I have to be able to deal with this. But this was something that I've never seen before. It was so extensive, and the sheer volume of the comments was really shocking. So I ended up putting a story up and just said, hey, like, this is crazy because I feel that I am happy and I'm healthy and I look fine. And just because I have like a little bit of cellulite shouldn't warrant these types of comments. And so I was dealing with that. And then in Milwaukee, it happened again. And people were like, she's gained weight. Like, this is what she looks like with no, like, quote unquote, like filters. And it was insane. Like, people were like, you didn't look like yourself. But here's the thing. Like, when I shoot, I obviously pick like the best pictures. I have great lighting. There's a lot that goes into getting a nice picture. And so when you're at a stadium that has like severe overhead lighting, like fluorescent overhead lighting, you're just not gonna look your best. And so I have just felt this immense pressure to look perfect all the time. And that is humanly impossible. It is seriously so difficult to do that. No one can do that. Even the most beautiful women in the world don't always look a certain way. And I think that it has increased more since being named Maxim's Sexiest Woman Alive. Like, that is quite a title. And I have felt a lot of pressure to live up to that title. And so I think that I have even been a little bit more critical of my own self-appearance and always trying to put out the best possible picture and doing everything I can to always present and look my best. And that again also just like takes a toll on you. And I'm not saying this because I don't want people to be like, you should feel bad for me. There's no reason you should feel bad for me. And this isn't to like defend myself or to bring up this conversation because trolls are making me feel bad. No, I think this is just a valuable conversation that everyone should be having about having to feel this pressure of presenting a certain way and how that can take a toll on you. And especially with men. So I know that I have a prominent male demographic, and I don't think body image and just your appearance is talked about enough, and then the pressures that you face as well. And so that's also why I wanted to bring up this discussion, because I ended up putting up another Instagram story just kind of talking about this, and the response was overwhelming from all of the men that follow me. And they were like, I feel this pressure. It's not talked about. It wears on me. And it really just made me realize that as women, we also need to be more inclusive when it comes to men, when it comes to that pressure that we feel to maintain this perfect body image. I think this is also difficult. It's such a complex, difficult situation for me because my body is such a big part of my brand and my business, and I've set it up that way for right or wrong. That is just how this has progressed. And so I know that my body will always be criticized because I put it out there. And again, I need to be able to accept that. But it's hard when I am personally going through insecurities and then it's magnified when people are also commenting on the same insecurities that I have. And so again, it's been therapy work, focusing on what makes me happy and healthy, because I have looked thinner for sure. And especially when I started this out, I was 23. I had a mild eating disorder. In college, I didn't eat anything. I was so stressed and had so much anxiety in my life that I just wasn't eating. So I was a fair amount thinner, but that's not healthy, and I wasn't happy at that point in my life. And so now it's this balance of trying to be like, okay, how do I live a happy life and a healthy life while I'm traveling, while I'm trying to like just be normal and like have fun with my friends and go out and do all of these things, but still trying to maintain this body image that, you know, I have presented for years and years and years. And so I want to do more lifestyle, fitness, healthy eating on this channel. And I'm also working on something which I'm really excited to share with you guys that hopefully will be launching very soon, but it will also revolve a lot around that and getting a lot of people involved, because I think that now a lot of people are having these really great discussions about mental health and body positivity, and we always hear everyone's stories. And I think that is so beneficial to moving this forward and to making social media a really positive community. But I also want to be able to provide tips and tricks, because I know sometimes people can't afford a therapist or a personal trainer or a nutritionalist. And so being able to give people tips and tricks to help what they're feeling and what they're going through is something that I have been really passionate about. And that's why I wanted to talk about this. Hopefully it's a catalyst into helping more people doing good and using my platform for good, because I think sometimes I having a huge platform is such a privilege, and sometimes I forget that, and I tend to lean on the side of funny and entertaining when it comes to my content. And I also want to use it. I will still always continue to do that and have it be fun and cheeky, but I also want to use it to help other people as well who are going through the same issues that I'm going through, that is prevalent, because from what I have seen and all the messages I've been getting, we are all going through this. We all feel the same way. I am not alone on this. And again, that's why I wanted to talk about it. When it comes to like what I put out on social media, obviously you guys see me in all of my YouTube videos. I feel like I look the same everywhere I go. Obviously, Instagram pictures look a little bit better because it's literally the best version of myself. But I really try to put out my most authentic self, and like, this is my body and this is my face, and always be as honest as possible with what I'm doing, because again, I think that's really important in this conversation. I've learned so much about myself throughout this entire process of being comfortable in my own skin. Therapy has helped me so much. I'm such an advocate for therapy. But also that, like, people who get into my industry, and I hate this word, but being like an influencer content creator, we tend to be like narcissistic, people pleasers, and attention seekers. And I would say I am definitely a people pleaser, and I tend to attention seek. And the hard part about what I do is that we seek so much validation from strangers, because we need that to feel good about ourselves. And so I've been trying to separate that, and I think that it has actually held me back from creating the content that I want to create, because I've been a bit nervous about the public perception or the criticism that I'm going to get if it's not a perfect video, or if I don't look like every single angle is perfect and my body doesn't look perfect. And so I want to forget about that, because I think that I don't put out the best content that I possibly can, because I am so worried sometimes about what people are going to think. And so I'm excited to continue to move forward and to stop being so much of a people pleaser and stop being so much validation from strangers, and really put out great content that I want to put out. And as I'm starting this kind of new chapter in my life, I be 30 next year, and I want my business to progress and to always grow. I think it's important to continue to be very vulnerable and open about things that I'm struggling with and what I'm going through, to help others, but also to use this as a way for you guys to keep me accountable, to keep putting out really great content, to be the best content creator that I can be for you as I continue to grow my business, but also grow as a person. And so I think that I'm in a good place. I'm happy, I'm healthy. I'm so excited to share all of these upcoming videos with you guys and really make this a super positive community. So I want to hear from you. Comment down below on maybe some recipes that you want to see, or things that you're struggling with, or if you have ever felt this pressure to maintain a perfect image. But again, I'd love to hear from you guys, so comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next Thursday.